Employers' information requirements might be a term you've heard banded around the office in relation to BIM, or it might be something you've been asked for yourself. But what does it actually mean?
Well, within a building information modelling process, project teams create information models or data sets using graphical and non-graphical information, clearly structured and accurately linked, in a shared digital space known as a common data environment. That same concept is shown here within the British Standard Guidance document PAS 1192 Part 2. The level of graphical and non-graphical data within an information model builds as the project stages progress.
Now, if you're a client, you've probably got a pretty good idea about the information you'd like to see from your project team during the delivery phase as your project's being designed and priced up. You've probably also got a pretty clear idea about the information you'd like to see at handover to be able to run your building and get the very best out of it. Employers' information requirements, or EIRs, are the document where those needs are set out.
They need to be in place from the outset of a project so that your appointed team know the levels of service to provide you. Teams working without EIRs in place will struggle to ensure that the right information is issued at the right time to support decision making. Worse, they'll be creating excessive amounts of information just for the sake of it, rather than efficiently focusing on what's needed. In simple terms, a typical EIR will be broken into three areas, covering technical, management and commercial considerations. Technical will cover things like information format and file types, the minimum levels of definition at each stage, and the software platforms to be used for exchanging information. For clients in the public sector, this doesn't mean you have to endorse a particular vendor. It could be stating your preference for email or explaining the common data environment you will be using. Management will detail high-level roles and responsibilities, standards, data security, the key decision points, and the information to be available at each one. Commercial will include details on the client's strategic purpose, the defined deliverables, and a competence assessment for those looking to tender the project and demonstrate their ability to deliver the requirements of the EIR. The amount of detail within an EIR will depend to an extent on the organisation procuring the built asset and the complexity of that project.
Now, there are a few people in our industry who like to use the lack of EIRs from their client as an excuse not to do BIM. Of course, client commitment is important, but we have to remember that not every client we deal with procure buildings on a regular basis. If we wait for every client in the world to approach the industry and ask for BIM in the right way with the right documentation, we're not going to get anywhere. A good approach is to use some plain language questions to help interpret what information your client needs and when, so that we, as the expert service providers they have approached, can work with them to develop an EIR. So we hope you found that video useful. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our other content on the B1M, and if you like what you see, subscribe.
You can find out more about EIRs and how to develop them at this link.